Oh man, that guitar riff was just playing in my ear. And... oh man. Welcome back to the stress session known as Nuzlocking SMT5. Oh man. So I know the first thing I'm probably gonna have to do is do some grinding. Like I know that, because I know what's coming up. And I think I can only fight with one more monster. Oh wait, what the heck did I just say? No, I know the fight that's coming up. It's infamous for killing players in one hit with unlucky crits. And it's a fight I don't really have the demons to take on. And I didn't mean to have all these Matomas on at the same time. That was from the previous session. Let me check how much. I've got 4 grand. A bunch of incenses I'm not gonna use yet. And some gossiples I could use just in case. Ugh. Okay then. So, let's see. Get a refresher on my party. She has wind. He has fire. He has dark and elec. She's dead. Or incapacitated, excuse me. And elec. How many element stones do I have? Okay, I'm kind of good on shards. Now, if I remember correctly, I should have one... I should be able to recruit one more demon. Light magic, okay. She doesn't have any... Okay, then. I think it's only one. Now I know this is a complete departure from my fusion run, where I was basically about a good level. I was a pretty low level, fighting most of the demons. So it was basically a fair fight. But, I can't risk it with this. I am so limited that trying to fight the demons fairly, I would have to probably dumb the difficulty down to normal in order to do that. And while I'm pretty sure some people wouldn't mind dumbing the difficulty down to normal because, well, this is one of the most excruciating things you can do outside of maybe a solo run with no items. Yeah. And I will say this, just so I don't go too crazy, I'm going to also periodically go back and check the resistances for some of the demons using another save file. I'm not gonna, just so I can make sure that what I'm thinking is correct. Now I know the Andros and the Eligor, they all are weak to electricity, but as I've learned from the fusion run, they all resist ice as well. I think I could get one more if I'm lucky. Did I say smoke? No. Huh, dark. Good thing I didn't do that. Or maybe it's a bad thing I did because I don't have enough turns. I'll take it. Because every demon that I get is a precious monster who I must protect. Iyoko was unfortunate, even though she's not a demon, and Apsaris' death. With her death, I knew that getting past what's her name? I knew that getting past Nama was going to be either a nightmare or I was gonna lose all my demons and be stuck alone and probably get destroyed by something. Either way, risk I couldn't afford. Okay, how much? Okay, so I'm not getting much money from these guys. Yeah, okay, I could probably do some gold Matama farming in a little bit. And with Nama, you can never be too sure on how strong you are for her. Did I ever get Fortuna's Essence? Yes, I did. Okay, so I could definitely use Fortuna's Essence for the fight against Nama. As I've shown in the fusion run... I said Nama, I meant, Nuwa. As I've shown in the fusion run, Nuwa with the Fortuna Essence becomes kind of a joke. If there were more demons that nulled win, it would be kind of crazy. He only resists force in this game, but I might not force physical. But I might need him for one reason. Her name is Asheth. And I'll take all the physical resistance I can get. I might also want to consider getting an Oni. I know I talked some major crap about Oni in the last stream, but he could be useful. Plus, the only reason I talk crap about him and Giri Makala is because of past experiences. Or more so, the enemies coming out of nowhere and either A, blowing my party away because Oni was weak to an element and they just spammed it until everybody died. Or in Giri Makala's case, forcing me to waste 10 minutes trying to kill him because my magic spells were doing double damage and my physical magic just did nothing. My physical attacks did nothing. That was a Shin Megami Tensei 2 moment, by the way. I couldn't hurt Giri because his spells were because of his resistances. Okay, lucky guess, cool. Now, I know some people would probably invalidate this run because I'm grinding to high hell and getting myself to a super high level, so death is more of an unlucky coincidence as opposed to, well, common occurrence. And to that I say, yeah, fair deal. So, give it a try yourself. If what I'm doing would be considered cheating or rendering the challenge not a challenge, then try to run it with the... Usually people try to do challenge runs, I think at like 5 levels below whatever the demons are, or around the same level. Yeah, no. On hard mode, that's just not gonna happen. Because the demons... For one, the demons cannot miss, or they basically won't. And for two... They also have a boosted crit rate, and they have boosted attack power. The attack power, I think, is pretty well known, but the crit rate, I don't think people know that that's a thing. Yeah, you just have a much higher chance to crit on hard mode. Oh, wait, did I say that? I meant the demons have a much higher chance to crit on hard mode. That works. You, on the other hand, have a lower chance. I know it's not as bad as older SMT games, where it's like, I think in Nocturne, the demons just straight up did double damage, and then you also had to pay, I think, 3 times the prices at shops, which made the game unnecessarily difficult, because if an item could save you, you probably never had the money to afford it. It also made getting the Freikugel Kailash Magatama essentially impossible without another 100 hours of grinding. I couldn't afford it, even after 100 hours of grinding on normal. And I'm referring to LG Nocturne. I'm not referring to the HD remaster. I have it, but I haven't played it yet. That is a damn good skill. But she has no strength magic, or no strength. To give or not to give. Well, I'm also assuming I'm going to fuse her away in the next section or something. Well, that certainly helps. Alright then. So I've done some thinking, and it was mainly when I was playing the fusion run and doing some off-screen stuff with my canon team. Like, not my canon team, but what I believe is the canon team. I'm thinking what I could do is, I'm just gonna do this. If I get taken out, not my whole party, because obviously that's not part of the rules, but if I get taken out, I'll probably just dumb the difficulty down to normal next time I restart. Oh yeah, right, I still gotta fight those Praetas. That's what I'm gonna do. She uses dark magic. Well, I'm immune to dark magic. You're not. You probably could take it. You aren't either, which is good. She's weak to force, and the only force user I have is weak to dark. And do I have any essences that give me access to force magic? Okay, I could get Zon and Hum from her. Okay. I could get Taunt from Nozuchi. I have the Unicorn Essence too, I gotta remember that. I'm running a magic build in this game, so I could try to press turret. Ooh! I could use Kodama, because I could just buy his essence. It's funny how you can't buy the Pixie Essence, but you could buy the Kodama Essence. And I don't think... I don't have enough space for anything else. Tarunda's kinda necessary for me to survive at the moment. Zio Agi, if I have Zon, that'll be a little more coverage, plus I won't have to worry about her getting insta-killed by Muto. Then I have fire right here, I have dark right here, but I just realized I don't have any light magic. How much glory do I have after items? 50. Let me see what I can buy with that first. And then there's some absences I think I need to clear up. Oh, miracles. Increase the demon stock. Yeah, the demon stock's not really a problem yet. In the fusion run, it was most certainly a problem because I just kept recruiting stuff so I could fuse it away, or fusing new stuff from the compendium. Now I know I'm going to need fire magic to deal with what's her face, Nuwa. So I'll put some points into that, or put a point into it. Can't summon the Pixie yet. Oh yeah, right, no compendium. Forgot about that one for a second. I could get a mermaid, but she's kind of not ready for what I need her to be ready for. And Lao Mu is weak to wind and light, if I remember correctly. Okay, so at the moment there's nothing I can really do. Hello, hello, Elcrum the 20th. Oh boy, so that's gonna be my wait, no, essence, not essence, it's okay, so I did beat the mermaid one, I thought I didn't. And then that one with the god dang it, his name. Okay, so couple of problem ones, because I've got an electric weakness, she has an electric weakness, we all have electric weaknesses, probably meaning I just shouldn't fight them at the moment. And then the other one, I've only got like 2 demons with okay-ish vitality, and then she just has none. I could teach her... I could try to teach her a light magic skill, just so she can fight the... Wow. Or no, I could teach myself a light magic skill, just so I could fight this loser. And I think he's, if I'm right, he's resisted to fire. So, yes, I know I called Ippon Dadara a loser. I'm thinking out loud at the moment. Yeah, when death literally means death, you start trying to think a little too hard about things. Like, I don't think I've ever thought this hard about anything Megami Tensei related. And I mean that very literally. Okay, so I don't have any reusable light magic. Okay, she learned Rakunda on her own. You know, I could just go full tank and give myself Rooted Soul and Life Spring. Oh, wait, I wanna... do these stack? So that's... 24... plus another 5. That's 29 HP. So from this... Okay, so Life Spring goes off of base HP. It doesn't count things like Rooted Soul. That's nice to know. I could skimp on Rooted Soul and just block every turn. Actually, let's be a bit risky. I can always get Tarunda from an Algami Essence later. Or, not Tarunda, Rooted Soul. So this way, I should have some decent elemental coverage. I have access to Fire, which I need against Nua, Zeo for the next fight, Zon for, both, what's his name, Lamu and Asheth, and Light, which I can also use against Lamu if I ever get a proficiency for it. He's at loose. Oh yeah, right. Base 30 for all those. Oh man. I still don't think I'm strong enough to fight him because of what he could do. Well, I've got healing items, right? I should, right? 9, 6, 10, 10. Can I buy the Ox potions yet or no? If I could buy the Ox potions, then that should be good. I cannot buy the Ox potions, but I can sell my revival beads if I have any. Is he weak to anything? I don't have his essence. I don't think it recorded the boss fight. Wait, yeah, no it didn't. It recorded Lidsai, but it didn't record him. How many smoke balls do I have? Yeah, that ain't worth it. Wait a minute, no, he's weak to poison, I think. I don't have any demons that have poison if I'm right, though. And I'm not gonna... Toxic Stain could work. It has it has poison chance, but I'm not sure how that... I'm not sure how the math for elemental... I'm not sure about the math if secondary attacks can grant status effects at a higher rate if the target is weak to something. Oh my god, even she has higher vitality than Fortuna. What the literal? He's got fire, but that actually kind of makes him useless. Just avoid the fights and I should be fine. Why am I doing this? Oh man, it is going to be a literal nightmare. Fighting. No wait, no. I don't have to fight the DLC bosses, but it's going to be a literal nightmare dealing with them. I should probably shut these off when I'm not grinding on them. There's a Sudama right there. I hate you. Good thing I got that smoke ball. No. There's like 7 different things that can go wrong with that. I was hoping they weren't smart enough to do flanking tactics. Okay, here we go. Taking off good parts of his HP. It looks like there is an increased chance. But none of that matters, because I literally killed him in one turn, and I will be very happy about that, and I enjoy every second of it. Oh, yep, a Magatsuhi, whatchamacallit, spawned. A Magatsuhi Zen. I was like, what's that humming in my right ear? And then I hear it, I'm like, oh no. I don't have any AoE magic, but I should have the shards necessary to deal with all these Preta. Once I deal with them, I'll get the Haunt Talisman. Yeah, so after this, I'm just gonna put it lightly, not the Fusion Frenzy, the expansion pack. And that's gonna be my calming down game. Because, yeah, the screenshot for that, oh, not the screenshot, the thumbnail I made for that's not gonna be clickbait. I am going to test all 4 of those demons for the expansion mod, even though I think I last left off on Izanami before the stream crapped out. Oh, got me warning. Okay, they don't attack you if you reject them. Wind. Oh, AoE. And they all have physical attacks, so I just have to hope they don't crit me to death. Alright, here we go. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, maybe those 2 dogs I'm worried about, maybe they won't be such a problem if I'm at this high of a level. Maybe I'll actually be able to kill... They know Thunder, I think. And I don't think I have any elect dampeners. Could always just buy some if I'm complaining about it, huh? Yeah, I'll go check it out, see if I have any, see if I can buy any. If I could buy some, then I could take that essence down pretty easy and just spam charm on them. But no Marin Karen or Marin Karen users this time. Oh, he does have elect dampeners. Cool. And they're cheap. And then he doesn't sell element shards yet. And I have no charm gems. Do I have anybody who can learn Byron Karen? That is a capital no. Alright then. So basically what I gotta do every turn is I have to use an elect gem. I don't trust you anymore. I don't care if I'm missing sutras and bombs. I don't trust you no more. Oh boy, how am I gonna get past these? Wait, I'm at high enough level. They should just run away, right? Yeah, that's a yes. Yeah, there's another guy back here. So I think I've mentioned this. I'm going to collect all the Mimon, so I could get as many bombs as I possibly can. And I may attempt challenge, not the challenge terminals. I may attempt the consecutive terminals to get more bombs out of that too. I know Gustav gives you a 3 set of all the ailment gems at some point. Just not showing that some point is. Because the only number I seem to care about for him is I think like 100 and 190. No, 110 and 190. Because that's what he gives you all the bombs and incenses. Stress playing a Megami Tensei game before. Except for maybe final boss fights. When they have like 18 to 65,000 HP. Okay, I'm on a timer, so I gotta get this done quick. Got it. Oh, well, I don't like this. Okay. It's worth it. And I got both my dampeners back. And I've got gems I could use against the next fight. All absences dealt with. But yeah, I'm serious. If I do die, not a TKO, a single death, I'm gonna dumb this down to normal. Cause how many hours is on this save file? Yeah, 4. So I've thrown 4 hours into this one file alone. And that's ignoring the other 2 attempts, which probably accumulate to 6 hours total. Okay, let me go heal. And then I'll go try to fight him. I almost want to say I should fight the Oni as a test drive. And then I want to say that's probably not a good idea. And funny enough, whenever I seem to go online, my YouTube feed always seems to recommend me other people playing this game. And usually it's people that are on their between their first and, I think, second cycle. Rarely is it people that are on, say, their 3rd, 4th, 11th cycle. It's never people destroying super bosses with infinite loops. It's people usually first starting out with the game. Just kind of interesting. Usually whenever I catch videos like that, or I catch them in a stream, I usually just hang around for a bit, say hi, give them some advice if they need it. Considering I've played the game so much, I do at least remember a large chunk of it, even if most of that chunk of it has been spent fighting grinding bosses up to level 999. I need more I should probably have a healer on standby just in case. I think they all don't care about fire. Eligor or Andros? Who do I get rid of first? Yeah, Yoko looks so good with the black outfit, I swear. You know what? No, let's get rid of Eligor first. He's the one who crits people to death. They're both about the same. 130, 140. Alright, let's see what they're gonna do. He did 42 damage with a basic attack. Problem destroyed. No, that's not gonna be enough. It's not gonna be good. Andros is immune to force, if I'm correct. Or not weak, just immune to force. If only that could insta-kill. Wait a minute, did that actually insta-kill him? Joe! Andwix? Wait a minute. So... the Androsses aren't immune to instant death. New discovery every day, I guess. Yes, thank goodness I did it. Hello, Disco. That black uniform looks so good. Thank goodness. That is one less problem I have to worry about. Wait, did I take that Magatsuki shortcut or no? No, I didn't. God dang it. Okay, I've got 10,000 left. So I think what I'll do before I go and fight the Oni, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to the Cyrano and give him 10 grand so he can reveal all the Matama locations. Which, whoever thought making those locations just open and available for everybody by doing that, thank you. It makes collecting them actually possible without a guide, or, you know, forgetting where any of them are. Also, I just wish they used the PS1 version of Kichijoji for this guy. It sounds like 1,000 times better than the remix. Like, this is a nice sit back and chill remix, but I just like the more upbeat action that you get from the Kichijoji theme song from the original SMT. Though I specified a PlayStation version specifically, as in my opinion, that one has the best soundtrack. Plus, when I played both versions, I'm still playing through the original, I just decided to drop it because I wanted an extra day to get stuff prepped. Shin Megami Tensei 1 on the PlayStation has a lot of quality of life features that Shin Megami Tensei 2 on the Super Famicom has. Don't surround yourself with slightly stricter rules. It's pretty challenging. Yeah, it is. Like, I had to make the rules a lot more lenient because of testing from other playthroughs. Like, I'm also doing a challenge where I can only deploy female demons in battle, and at no circumstances can I ever have a male demon for any reason. I can't even use it as a fusion material. Those that don't specify gender or that act pretty neutral, I could still use them for fusion, because I think the run would be super difficult without them, and get pretty boring after a while. But yeah, with that one, I had the stipulation that I couldn't use items. And then one of the fights that I was doing went from literally impossible to barely doable with items. And then Fusion Frenzy, I don't really care. That one, the stipulation is low levels. Like, well, I have low levels, I should say. I forgot to grab that dude up there, god dang it. And that one is pretty fun because I get to play around with a bunch of new demons, including stuff I would never in a million years summon. And it also lets me explore the demon expansion pack a little more. Still doing the showcases, I'm just not... How do I word it correctly? I'm still doing the showcases, I just wanted an excuse to use them in an actual setting. Plus, one disclaimer I'm probably going to have to let everybody know about via post and right now. If you ever get a mod that adds demons to the compendia, there's a good chance that the mod will not add every demon as a fusion. The game, for some reason, just doesn't give you demons, just doesn't do that for a lot of demons if you add them via mid-playthrough. I finished Canada Vengeance recently, now trying to push through all 4 creation endings. It's a pain, and I just started. I can imagine it being a pain. Like, Canada Vengeance for me was pretty difficult. Actually, here's some... Disco. Here's just a suggestion. This is what I did, and I feel no shame in it. A bunch of other people have admitted that they've done it. Something you could do is, I don't know if you plan on fighting the super bosses or doing Godborn, but something you could do, just as a suggestion, you could do a Monocchiato. What you could do is, you could run whatever route you're on for the Canada creation, do that, and then New Game Plus over to the Canada Vengeance, do whatever route you've already done, Chaos or Law, and just do that one on safety, run all the way up to Satan, get the... Wait, actually, wait, I forgot. To get the level... Did I just fall for the same trick twice? Yes, I did. Oh god, help me. Okay, this is not as bad as I thought it'd be. But what I did was, because I was preparing my demons for Godborn and all of the post-game stuff, essentially. So what I did was... I think I did both law endings, went to the Canon of Vengeance, then I did the law ending again, but I did it on safety mode so I could fight True Devil, so I could fight Satan and just effectively destroy him. Then I did all the endings again. All the endings I got on hard, by the way. I only did Satan for safety just because he kind of full healed a couple times and ruined all my runs, which, yeah, that wasn't fun. So I did it on safety, got the thing, then went back and started doing all the endings on hard, making sure to grind up my party while I'm going along, so we'll all be level 150. And then after I got all 6 endings, just as a funny, I then did all 4 bosses and technically endings on Creation Godborn, and then I did Vengeance Godborn. But I had to do that one twice because a lot of people... Oh god, he found me. Oh my god, how far does he follow you? What the hell was that? How? He follows you for a really long time. And I gotta get up there to get that absence. Wait. Did I say absence? I meant the Mimon. And I don't think I could pick up the egg without doing the quest, so since I'm going up there, I might as well. Shiva got real easy. Not just because of all the new perks the Nahobino has, but also because, well, the level cap, or the power difference between levels has been significantly reduced. I've seen people beat Shiva at like 15 levels below the limit, which is crazy to me. Funny how Canon of Vengeance just asked you if you want to fight True Lucifer or nah. Yeah, you do have to fight True Lucifer to get the level 150 perk after you beat Satan, though. Or the perk set, I should say. I'm sad there's no good mod for playing as Tsukibino permanently. People have been asking for that. Like, I've seen a lot of people asking for that on, like, Game Banana and other pages. Yeah, people really want a permanent Tsukibino form. And I don't blame them. It's a pretty good design that you lose whenever you decide to fall off a cliff or finish the story. And you can only get it in Vengeance. Because, as a lot of people have said, which I agree with, in Creation, Tsukiyomi's a big baby who just wants to do the Lucifer and summon every god, fully unaware that, while Tokyo might be safe with its myriad of gods, that the whole world turns to crap as the other world starts going to war with itself, because literally all the gods are back, and of course you can't have differences in ideology in the other world. You can't have 2 gods of peace reigning at the same time, because all that's going to turn into is probably a more violent conflict than anything humanity could dream up. Or should I say, every survival of the fittest chaos route. But I gotta argue, the chaos route for this game is arguably worse than those chaos routes, because in those chaos routes, humans have to live under demons. And survival of the fittest meaning, well, if you don't have the power, you're pretty much dead. But this one is worse because it's gods. And as Nua herself has shown, gods only care about one thing. Whatever purpose they were designed to fulfill. That's why she's okay with dying to save humanity. But say if you were to take a god of war like Morgan and put her up against another god of war like Athena, And then maybe for funsies, you could throw in the God of War, Kratos. All three of them are going to kill each other. Like, I guess in lore, Athena would be considered the only one who fights in self-defense. But if Kratos and Morgan go to war in Asgard, then Athena's gonna get involved and it's just gonna get really messy. And if they take it to the mortal realm, then we're all dead. Canon creation chaos is so bad. I wanted to try one on Game Banana, but I saw it had some weird glitches. Yeah, a good thing you always read the descriptions of mods. That, of all things, that's what I always recommend. Read descriptions, check the comments. Me having to release Zeus into the world because I'm bored. Yeah, and also, considering Zeus, Hera's like one of the nastiest creatures I've ever heard of. Yeah, Zeus is a massive adulterer, but the only reason you ever turn into a half-snake that eats children is because of Hera. Yeah, goddess of marriage, the most spiteful woman you'll ever know. Actually, scratch that. The most spiteful being you'll ever know. Even most devils don't get up to her level. Okay, so he's lower down. There he is. Oh man. Yeah, and then as far as I know, the law ending for the canon of creation is probably the quote-unquote best, as for one, nobody is turned into a hive mind where everybody is equal and nobody can ever go outside the status norm ever. Like Strange Journey and quite a few other law endings. Like, if I'm right, I think Hikawa's ending in SMT 3, which, here's a small little opinion on that. In SMT 3, I think all the creation endings would be considered law-aligned, because you're perpetuating the system. With the Yuko Takao redoing the world, undoing the conception, I would consider that neutral, because you're simply just returning the world back to its status quo. The Kagutsuchi doesn't like that, obviously. And the chaos endings would be either the one where you don't side with Lucifer and the Kagutsuchi just curses you with immortality so you can live out the rest of your not undying days in the Vortex world, or True Demon, the canon ending. So, Monogatari-garu, wonder if we'll ever get Gaia from Greek mythology. Same. I'm still wondering if we'll get the whole Ars Goetia. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Because I know, as last I checked, I think we have maybe like 12 more demons that can be added from the Ars Goetia into the Megaten lore. And if that happens, we'll have all 72 monsters. Which, that honestly sounds pretty cool. I mean, some people are saying SMT6 should be an Ars Goetia game. And that would sound interesting, and because I know very little about the Ars Goetia, that means the final boss is probably gonna be like some super-powered Solomon ripoff or something. Okay, there's one dude down here. I've gotta deal with these horrible birds. Gaia is in Last Bible, I think. Oh, that's a lot of stuff in Last Bible. Wonder how many will be turned into sexy ladies like Baidori. I mean, who knows? I mean, look at Amanozako. I've seen what she looks like in actual mythology, and quite honestly, she's disgusting. Like, because this mod that I have for Amanozako, her model doesn't work with all the animations, and it kind of just will turns into polygon, whatchamacallit. I would consider her turning into polygons a lot more appealing to look at than what she actually looks like. Like, she's like one of the she's literally Barf in lore. She's literally just Susanoo's vomit. And she totally looks like that in Japanese lore, real-life Japanese lore. And then I don't even want to think about what Nama looks like in the actual lore, because holy crap. I know her name is literally Lust, but not every lustful super monster is considered attractive. I mean, you can ask the Incubus about that one. And you can ask the true form of the Succubus while you're at it. Was I going the right way? Actually, I could just teleport up there. Yeah, so I gotta give SMT credit. They made a lot of unspeakable monsters who could probably kill you upon simply staring at their form viewable. But I mean, as we all know, the best demon that SMT ever designed was Mara. Like, nobody can deny that. Mara is the best demon ever designed by Atlas. I think the only thing better looking than Mara is... Actually, that's a good question. Which probably will never receive an answer. Who looks better than Mara? Pretty sure Abdiel was a dude in Paradise Lost. Yeah, I know, as far as I know, all of the Archangels, to my knowledge, or Seraphim, I should say, they're all actually supposed to be male. But from what I've seen, Gabriel, for example, for one, he got his gender swapped in SMT2, and for two, there's, like, Gabriel's depiction in Christianity is, like, he has a lot of feminine features on him, like gentle skin and, like, a smoother, less rugged-looking face compared to, say, Michael. But that has actually caused quite a few people to believe that Gabriel is a female. And hey, everyone's in for diversity and inclusion, so why not turn one of the strongest Seraphim into a female? I mean, it's not like they've done anything stupid with Gabriel outside of... I don't know. Actually, no, I don't think they've done anything really dumb with the Archangels. I know they've done some insane stuff, like those eldritch forms a lot of demons had in SMT4. Like, oh my god, when I first saw those, I was questioning, what the hell am I looking at? Lucifer, Gabriel sounds pretty feminine. It does. Typically, Gabriel is a male name, with Gabriella being more feminine. But yeah, you could totally run the name Gabriel and call it a woman. And also, at least in SMT2's case, making Gabriel a female was kind of a... oh, fuck. Was kind of an ingenious decision, considering Gabriel's the only Seraphim that doesn't attack the player. Because you do fight the Archangel, spoiler alert, but Gabriel's the only one who doesn't. In fact, Gabriel heals you before the fight's even over, so you could deal with the climactic mid-game boss. And even in SMT2's artwork for the PlayStation, Gabriel is cradling Aleph like a loving mother. So yeah, and him becoming a her has just been a thing in the series. And outside of niche games and SMT4, Gabriel's always just been a woman. Well, okay, I think Gabriel's human persona was a woman in SMT4, if I remember correctly. You're not natural. And you got friends. Wind, say less. Neither there, I don't have my attack all skills. Well, I got one that counts for something. And light magic, I hate you too, don't worry. Where was I? Oh yeah, right, yeah. Gabriel's pretty much always seen as a woman in SMT. Or at least takes on the appearance of a feminine figure. Depending on how you want to put it, since demons could just appear as however they want. And Pixie, in my opinion, is like the most egregious example of that. As Pixie, I don't think Pixie has a real regular design. Okay, her SMT1 redesign, where she got the shorter hair and her nipples stopped poking out of her top. That was the permanent design of her. Because whereas other games like Devil Summoner and Persona and SMT, what was it? Which? Alright, Soul Hackers, that's what I'm thinking. Soul Hackers 1. Yeah, all those games, Pixie has pretty much the same design. To be honest, Gabriel sounds pretty feminine. I mean, demons, cross-dressing, and being fruity is fitting. I'll be able to read that one. Aleph has like 3 mommies. You got. I wouldn't count Beth. I would count Beth as more of a sister than a mother. I mean, she treats him like a big sister One-san type. But I can see where you're coming from with that. Hiroko's his actual mother, and Gabriel's his godmother. Literally. Sister with benefits. The closest I could get to that is maybe Hiroko, and even then the game stops throwing the romance jokes after it drops the Hiroko is your biological mother bomb. Which, good lord, that was a thing I was never prepared for, and as far as I've seen from other people, they weren't prepared for it either. Because it comes out of nowhere, yet somehow it makes sense. But here's what I want to know. Like, the question that's never answered. Was Hiroko artificially inseminated, or did she get assaulted by Seraphim, or one of the priests? The game never specifies that, and I think that's a can of worms they were smart enough not to open, because that's not Gaiten Megami Tensei. Which, I don't know if anybody's ever going to translate Gaiten Megami Tensei, because, well, 1, Ishtar's topless in the official art for it, and 2, when I was looking up some stuff on the game, I found a nice scene of a succubus, completely naked of course, doing it with a dead human. Like, the guy's head was missing and everything. Gaiten sounds weird just by describing it off of that alone. Both with a seed and an egg. They say she was inseminated artificially. Okay, I missed that. Alright, can of worms closed. It's just a can of... I can't believe they actually did that. Hiroko might actually be blood related to... might not. I mean, it's... according to her father, he specifically says that they inseminated a woman, and that woman carried the baby to term. She gave birth to Aleph. He might have been in a test tube to be rapidly aged up and turned into the literal demigod tier killer. Like a regular human that could slay gods like it's no problem. But it does say that she gave birth to him. So biologically speaking, they are mother and son. It's weird, and if they do mention anything about it possibly not being a natural birth, then that just muddies the waters even more. Yeah, SMT2 was weird as hell. That's why I love its story so much. I hate its lack of direction. I love its music. I like how the battles actually make you feel like Aleph is this overpowered human. But, oh man, the the story is just you can't have another story like that in the game. It's really good. It's really intriguing. It keeps you in the dark long enough for you to believe that you're doing the right thing, just to rug pull you and show you that you're not doing the wrong thing. Like the law ending specifically is just, it's like you do all of this and then the law ending happens. So you're like, what the hell? And to my knowledge, I think the law ending is the only ending that they cooked up, because the chaos ending is just kind of, yeah, now chaos will reign supreme, and then the neutral ending's super undercooked. But you do get to fight that dragon that shows up after you defeat Lucifer. You do get to fight him, which is pretty cool. And you get to do an SMT 3 and an SMT 4 where you kill everybody. Which, that's probably my favorite part of any neutral route in SMT, where you get to kill everybody. Because you don't miss any content. Who effing knows what the details were? Well, I know who the details. I know who knows the details. And they all died. Aleph killed them because they wanted him dead. The Seraphim know. And Gabriel will not tell. Then again, if I'm right, I think once God, in SMT2's lore, once YHVH dies, all the angels die with him. Like, Gabriel doesn't make an appearance in the ending, and Satan crumbles in the dust. In fact, Satan straight up tells you, yeah, with him dead, all of us angels died too. Which, rip Zane, he was a real one, until he blew up the fucking planet and killed the fairies. And the mutants who did nothing wrong. The worst thing the mutants did was exist after Tokyo was washed away by a tsunami. Yeah, and SMT1 is also pretty interesting. I am going to complete that game to the end. I don't think I'm not going to go for any of the other endings. As far as I know, I'm locked into the law route at this point. Well, not locked in, but I have so many law points that there's no way I could swap to neutral or chaos. But as someone, I forgot who, someone did point out that it feels weird to be Christian and a law hater. Yeah, it does. Like, it depends on the law routes, though, because like, SMT2's law route does a good job of rug pulling you, because you are doing God's will, very literally. You're saving the few, you know, all the people that were mistreated in the prisons and whatnot, and then killing the many, aka those rejecting God's will in the Tokyo ruins, and all the sinners who followed the Seraphim and believed that they were always right and didn't trust in the word of God. In fact, last I checked, Satan is the word of God, and Gabriel knows the word of God. But Michael, Raphael, and Uriel didn't, because they were too busy trying to recreate Jesus Christ, aka Aleph. And they did so. Which is why God puts you on a route in order to murder them. Because how dare you go against God's will and try to do what God has already set in motion. It sounds like I'm ranting about it, but it's actually pretty smart. Also, as far as I know in lore, YHVH in SMT2 is considered the strongest character, the strongest variant of him in the series. Like, I've seen people fight YHVH in SMT4 Apocalypse, and yeah, the golden head form is way weaker in that game than it is in 4. For one, I think he has less HP, and for 2, his insta-kill isn't a guarantee with no accuracy check. It just kind of, I think it's a 25% chance to kill whoever it targets, as opposed to a check lowest intelligence, found lowest intelligence, dead. Also, that fight took me like an hour because I couldn't and at the end, the game cheated and I couldn't revive any monsters. And then Aleph died, and Hiroko and Satan had to do all the dirty work, and by the sheer grace of luck, Hiroko and Satan came out on top and got the W. Feels SMT what is cursed as fuck. Spam, neutral, healing spots, or chaos. It'll change your alignment. Another thing that I heard is that apparently the demons you keep in your stock will also change your alignment. And because I can't summon any chaos monsters, the strongest monsters that I have are law aligned. And I usually summon them quite a bit because I don't like getting destroyed in that game. So yeah, I think I'm done with that one. Plus, I got a really good sword, and I avoided a boss fight. Simply because I was law-aligned. Yeah, I still find that kind of funny, though. If you're law or chaos-aligned, law or chaos creatures will aid you, but if you're neutral-aligned, they'll try to kill you. Like, if I remember correctly, in SMT2... if you're Chaos aligned, Virokana will not fight you. He'll just give you what you need and then point you to the next area. If you're Law aligned, he curses you for being a servant of God. And if you're Chaos aligned, because you're not on his side, he also tries to kill you. Also, can someone tell me if you... oh yeah, the other reason I don't use neutral healing spots is because they charge too much. Like, Law or Chaos, the benefit of them is that you can heal for cheap. Even after paying the fee for the Chaos or Law, if you're on the wrong alignment, it's way cheaper than using the neutral spots. Then we'll... oh yeah, and in Nocturne... I need some reference on this because I've only ever gotten the true demon route in Nocturne. I know on Chiaki's Law route, you have to fight her, but if you side with Izamu and Hikawa, do you have to fight them? A part of me says that wouldn't make sense since you're both on the same side and neither you are fighting for the right to be the strongest. If anyone knows that, do let me know. Cause, oh boy, Nocturne is not a game I want to do all the endings for. So especially, unless it's with the Quality of Death mod pack, since that one does add the Reborn New Game Plus option to it. I don't know if Insaniacs does it, but I know it's not a thing without it. Like I said, that's just a permanent lifestyle location. Ichisuka only thing where you fight your rep must have been PSX thing. I played SNES and I didn't notice change of prices. Oh, okay, so... alright, so you don't have to fight them. Something told me that you wouldn't have to, because it doesn't make sense. It's like, no, it's like, Izamu would probably be like, oh, hey man, what's up? So look, I need you to go kill this disco ball so we could have our dream established. Here's the key, good luck. Or Hikawa being like, you know the job, get to it. Like, that would make sense. And Chiaki fighting you also makes sense because survival of the fittest, chaos, yada yada yada. Also, still kind of funny how the angels follow somebody who's doing traditional chaos alignment as their reason, instead of someone like Hikawa. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, I don't remember anything from Nocturne. I just got so tired of the game. Yeah, I spent 100 hours on that game, and I'm pretty sure at least 70 of those were grinding, and 30 was actually playing the game and attempting bosses. I'm probably gonna make a video on my team and explain how they got so strong, because let me tell you how strong I was after my first run on Nocturne. I had Metatron, Gabriel, Shiva, and Vishnu. And this was on the original Nocturne, not the HD remaster. So I didn't have any grinding. I didn't have any grinding DLCs to help me. And I didn't know cheat codes existed at the time for like Game Shark or Action Replay, so all of that was just flat out legit time wasted. And then I made one attempt on hard mode, got locked out by a bunch of Hiao Post spamming Rakukaja, couldn't do enough damage to kill them, didn't have any smoke balls, and promptly gave up because I died right in front of a save point and lost an hour of progress. Well, at least I didn't do something stupid like quit at the final boss because they cast a diorama or made my teammates cast diorama. Oh yeah, right, Lucifer on the Maniacs version uses diorama, which is way easier to deal with if you have Pierce, because you can just punch his HP away. Okay, so it said I had 43, and there's none in the Bethel, Egypt area, so there's one over there. Icon help. All icons off. Memon on. Okay, so I missed one in the city, and there's one down there. It's kind of weird that even your player icon disappears. Like, when it said no icons, they meant it literally. Can you beat SMT5 without a map? Yeah, barely an inconvenience. So, I'll get these two, collect my rewards from, from Gustav. Then I'll take my attempts at Nuwa. I don't think there's any other demons I could get that resist force, so I'm pretty much just going in there on my own. But to anyone who hasn't played Nocturne or wants to beat it on the hardest difficulty, yeah, don't feel bad about looking up boss resistances or strategies to deal with them. Nocturne is not easy. I mean, they throw Giri Makala at you as a story boss in a game where physical builds are physical builds in Nocturne are so good that you have to question why Demi-Fiend even learns magic. Like, yeah, if I'm right, he's the first protagonist in a mainline game that can use magic. Physical builds are just so strong that he doesn't need magic. Like, all he needs is Pierce, and that's it. Like, I didn't even have Freikugel when I beat the game, and I beat the game. Platinum Vengeance playthrough with no map. Oh, that'll be funny. No Memon, because you have to collect all 200 Memon once to get an achievement. So that sounds like a nightmare. 15. Neko Shogun Essence. 20. Ice Gems. 25. Angel Essence. 30. Avian Talisman. Oh, crap. 35. More gems. Thank goodness. 40. Kami Essence, 45, the Avatar Talisman, and 50. Incenses! Come on, man, you gotta hit me up with them bombs, you know? I don't get my first bomb set until, what, 110? No, 105. And I don't get the final talisman until 100. I get a bunch of sutras at 85. And I don't get the ailment. Oh, wow, so I couldn't even get the ailments. I need to be at 65 in order to get them. Because you don't even get them until then. And the King Frost at 60. Now I know in Shinagawa, you can't get all the Memon until you defeat a Monozako. That's a lie. You just have to accept the quest from the angel in Shinjuku or Chiyoda, depending on your route. Or story canon, I should say. Todoma Null's Force. Magic is still good too, it's just that Nocturne really wants to go physical. Well, I mean, Pierce only affects physical in that game, so yeah. And, I mean, sure, I think Magma Axis is the strongest magic seal in the game. Both fire and in general. but it's magic, but it's based on your magic stat. Whereas Freikugel is based on your strength stat. And of course, you know, it's freaking Freikugel. Do I have... No, wait, I got elect gems. I got some elect gems. But let's see what I got here for these essences, because I'm gonna need... Actually, I should be fine fighting Lamu, but I'm gonna have to check back one of my older files just to make sure I can... Actually, no, screw Lamu. I'm fighting... I almost said Lilim. I'm fighting... God dang it. Nama. I can't believe her name slipped my mind. I'm fighting Nama next. Okay, so I think I could survive with this team against Nua. That's a mighty big think, by the way. And then I'm gonna have to level myself up quite a bit in order to deal with the Glacia Nama fight, because I died on that fight again, go figure, and I really, really do not want to lose all that progress. Fix your party, damn it. So, I have a fire user right here, elect user, so that's not going to work out very well. Another fire user, I could choose an elect gem first run. So, fire, me, fire. Does she have anything other than wind? No, so she's kind of useless outside of taking turns and healing everybody. Okay, so she's not useless, good. And then I know... Wait, I don't know Force, do I? No, not yet. Sudama knows Force, but is weak to Fire and Ice, and I don't think I deal with Fire and Ice until I fight the Jack Frost absence. So, I can make use of that. But before I go in and see if Nua's gonna be a run killer, as everybody else has said she is, I'm gonna switch. Yeah, I know Nua has Mazio, but for some reason, you're gonna give me a Menorah, like I'm going to use that to fight some skeleton matador from the other world or something. Those SEO skills that you're weak to it. Also Null Force for Second Glacia boss fight. Yeah. Null Force and Null Dark will be useful, but sadly Null Dark's not a skill I can learn, and my only healer is currently weak to Dark. But because I'll get the dorm terminal, I'll be able to recruit another demon. Just gotta find someone who can heal, or give someone healing magic. So he's weak to electricity, but I could block that with a simple elect block. And I don't know Force, and for some reason, tell me, I don't know if it's just a hyper coincidence, or if it's a real thing, but I get the strongest feeling that Nua likes casting Zanma on the player. Like, every time I fight Nua, she just spams Zanma on me. Like, I haven't seen it not to do that yet. I don't think, no, the only person who knows Charm is Apsaris, and, she got killed in a random encounter! Ooh, excuse that. Okay, being weak to light magic might not be the best idea in the world. But I don't have to worry about that until possibly the Jack fight as well. Nua always attacked me. She does. Okay, so she just aggroes on you. So when she said, let us test you, she meant that biblically. Man, those readings are probably nothing. I think your scanner's broken. I don't see any readings anywhere. I could use one elect block to waste her turns, because nobody here is immune to electricity, and resistances do not count. But also, she only ever uses Mazio once, and then it's just Zanma and Clay as sacrificial clay for the rest of the fight. Which, being immune to sacrificial clay is not exactly a bad thing. Ooh, there's a couple of things I missed up there. And I don't know if I'm going to go for a Monozaku or not. She's pretty good for trolling purposes, but... Switching her in and having all my buffs set to -2 is not a good idea. Plus, I'm not gonna fight Demi-Fiend or anything, so its true purpose will never be used. Dadara and Idugami. Okay, another light weakness, my goodness. Resist light, that's cool. And I will be using this for the Ashed fight. I might give myself taunt too, because I have the highest vitality by far. Okay, moment of truth. And why did this game not have David? I know, right? If this game had David, we would have all the fiends. We'd have Demi-Fiend, obviously, everyone else, David, and Alice. We'd have all fiends. It would be amazing. Just gonna let this cutscene play for no particular reason. Okay, I just want to know her name. Alright, moment of truth. No electric skills, no force skills. Oh my god, he got the Mirage. I don't believe it. Alright, Elect Dampener, let's go. Here she goes. How much of a chance does that even have of hitting Mirage? 75? Okay, and that's the... Wow, okay, cool. That does more than a weakness exploit. Oh right, she can miss and hit one of them by accident. Oh my god, that did a lot. Alright, here's... Wait a minute. I could just use... I don't have any force gems, do I? I can't check because he's not the right character. Yeah, I could have probably just bought force dampeners. Ah, well, I could get 2 more attacks out of a couple characters. There she goes. That was blocked, by the way. And on a -1 attack. think I got her. The beauties of being overleveled. Oh yeah, and let's not mince words. Yakubo's a superhuman. Like, I don't know why they call Yakumo a meta, especially since in SMT1 there was such a class of enemy as superhuman. And Yakubo's eyes are not natural. They're as natural as the player when they become a god. He is a superhuman. Yeah, whatever a meta-human means. Save. So I won't be fighting demons for a little bit, so I'll just go and progress the story. And because I'll unlock this terminal up here, and I'll unlock the terminal at home, or not at home, in the dorm, that's 2 more points I can use to fusion summon. So I should be at a grand total of 3. I'll go get her later when I go to do some grinding. But I do not trust myself fighting Nama on a fair level. I don't even trust giving her a chance. Take an inch, give an inch, they'll take a mile.
Ah, ここは上院大学医科学研究所ベテルの施設のターミナルだ
The way she's looking around, she's plotting.
一体どういうことか
大天使アブディエル
Oh god. Abdiel. Hebrew for where jokes go to die. I'm kidding. I know the game itself says Abdiel means slave. Oh, Gabi was inside him, I guess. Yeah, he just gives him power. It becomes a god, but he keeps his original appearance.
お待ちください、アブディエル様。詳しい事情はわかりませんが、巻き込まれただけの民間人にぜひご感情を。
God, I cannot lie. Tao and Yoko look good with the dark blue drip.
そもそも
And Tao also rocks the leggies pretty nicely.
破ろうとして破れるものではありません。
Glad I got those mods. Oh yeah, right. Since I'll get 2 more characters I could use. Since Tao and Yoko will be joining, I get to use Yoko again because I'll be re-recruiting her essentially, and then I get access to Tao. So cool. I get 2 extra characters that I gotta make sure don't die.
そうだったのか は
Oh man. Have I mentioned Dazai's voice actor in Japanese is amazing. He just does the character so well.
厚田君も無事戻ってこられて何よりだ
And it's kind of weird how Koshimizu, or Tsukiyomi, he sounds badass regardless of what language you pick. But if you want to have a badass Aogami, you have to play in Japanese. No hate to the English voice actor. He especially sold the softer moments in the Canon of Vengeance, but like for everything else, Aogami just sounds like a literal badass.
ありがたい
Oh, and the main character actually sounds like a grown-ass man, which, considering he's a third-year student, like, as far as I know, or as people speculate, pretty much all the main cast except Miyazu are third-year students. So legally speaking, they're all adults. Except Miyazu, who is confirmed minor.
そういえば
Which is probably why Miyazu doesn't get, you know, stabbed in the chest, killed by the main character, sacrificed to a god, killed by the main character. I try to train myself to imagine his voice as I read something kind of weird. That's usually how I do things. Like, if I'm reading silent text, I'll usually just, like, put my own voice into the character in my head. And the voice samples I have to go off of, I basically take from TV shows, other people I know, or their actual voices from said show. Like, I know when I was reading the Naruto manga, because one of my friends had gotten me into the series via Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, I was able to just supplement the voices for the characters from Ninja Storm 4 into the manga. And yeah, I could say I'd enjoyed my experience. The characters didn't sound too similar in my head, which is always nice. I read the Bible like that. No one... Koshimizu, voiced by Kenshiro Suda, daddy of anime voice acting. No one compares. I need to check up some credits on him, because when I found out that Lilith's Japanese voice actress died, which, by the way, absolute brilliant job. She also did the voice for Lilith in SMT4. She did a lot of voice acting, including, I think, the main character from Ghost in the Shell, which I watched not too long ago for the first time. She was an absolutely amazing voice actress. But like all good things, she died early. I think she was only in her, like, mid-60s. Like, she had a whole another 5 years worth of acting, at least. Yeah, she died the same year SMT5 Vengeance came out. I think she died like a couple months afterwards? I'm gonna double check that really quick just so I could get my facts straight. So yeah, if you want something haunting whenever you play this game, Lilith is voiced by a dead person in the Japanese version. Atsuko Tanaka, that was her name. Yeah, she passed away on August 20th of this year. And Vengeance came out in what, July? Okay, no, wait. It came out in June. So yeah, she died a little over 2 months after Vengeance came out, meaning this is her very literal last role in any piece of media. I could double check. It probably is, though, considering how close it is.
Shin に正しき世界とはいかにあるべきか。お前はそれを知らねばならぬ。
The cutscene just had to end when I got busy.
んと生意気。でもあの人を見下すような態度がいつ崩れるのか楽しみだね。
Oh, I was wrong. She didn't pass away at 65. It was 61.
どうして私があんな目に遭わないといけないの。あんな連中。
And we don't have any details on what illness she
亡くなっちゃえ
had.
ばいいのに。え？誰？
God, she's done a lot of stuff.
あ、先輩。
She did Lisa and
あ
JoJo,
の後タオ先輩が
Hanami
戻
in
ってきたんで
Jujutsu,
一緒に帰ったんですが。
Conan in Naruto. She even voiced Chun-Li, Bayonetta, and Kane from Nier Replicant.
いろいろと。そういえば先輩、今日の放課後ってお時間あったりしますか
Okay, it looks like her final line might have been from her final gig might have been Fate for the Fate series. But yeah, SMT5 Vengeance was one of the last roles she ever did. Funny how they sway Nahabino to their side just to try to murder him. Yeah, I know. Like, do you think Nama, considering she's supposed to be a lustful monster, she doesn't try to talk the main character into killing himself until he has the moral support from the Leyline Tao right beside him. She could have just tried to talk to him when Yoko was there, as to be fair, Yoko was kind of disappointed that, what's his name, that Glacia didn't kill him. Like, yeah, she also did Bayonetta too. Like, you think Nama would just try to talk the main character into parting with Aogami, saying that she needs him for a greater purpose, and he doesn't have to die, and nope, they just need the Aogami himself. Also, Yoko has the blankest expression of anybody I've ever seen.
広峰陽子です。よろしくお願いします。
今日からこのクラスの一員だ。みんな何かあったら助けてあげてくれ。
Also, consider the main way Yoko and the main character kind of interact with each other. They could have had a whole romance subplot between the two of them. I mean, probably best they didn't, considering how romance works in some of the Persona games, with Persona 2 probably being the only good example. But they're clearly into each other, and you know, chaos ending shenanigans. But could have been a nice thing. Before Vengeance came out, I thought we would get a mid-game choice to side with the Kadishtu or not. Depending on your choice, you get a new form or nah. To be honest, I find the romance kind of cute. It is kind of. Though it gets super aggressive if you pick the Chaos route, pushed by Yoko herself. Also, it's nice to know that Yoko is a Megami Tensei re-release female that people actually like. I know a lot of people like Maria from Persona 4 as well. She's pretty well written for the most part, outside of being a tsundere. But I gotta remember, that's Persona 4, and they still do some stupid stuff with it. Wait, does he spawn? Yeah, he does spawn. So I think I can still... Okay. Okay, so you don't have to talk to the first girl to complete the quest. You just have to talk to him. Now to navigate my way through this school. Correct me if I'm wrong, but ignoring S and T if, which is clearly a Persona game, I think this is the only Shin Megami Tensei game where you go to school. And even then, it's just a subplot. Nah, I like the head researcher. Ah yes, chaos hand-holding. No, chaos chest-rubbing. I like Metis, even though Protag is too dead to romance her. Yeah, funny note, I actually learned something. Apparently, I think, if I'm right, Metis, I think they say she's a doppelganger of Aegis in the original, in Persona 3, The Answer. But I got curious and read up on some of Athena's lore. Apparently, Metis was born from Zeus when Athena, like, kicked the crap out of him. So, like, there is some... so, yeah, Athena and Metis being a combo thing makes sense, but that also doesn't make sense because Aegis loses Athena in the answer.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I butchered that whole lore thing, but I'm just trying to remember it off the top of my head. Alright, and I learned this trick from playing the Fusion Frenzy run. If you go to sleep, you die. Like, I'm not kidding. If you go to sleep, then it just takes you straight to the Nama fight. No breaks. So yeah, complete the quest and whatnot, but do not go to sleep. So this game looks amazing. And I know a lot of people, I know a few people have said that the game, like, they really like the more realistic take on the graphics in this game. And I don't blame them. It actually, it's kind of surreal seeing these demons with, like, existing in a world that looks like you could actually be there. I mean, heck, in the world of Dot, I'm pretty sure you could pick out almost every single grain of sand. The character's hair is not glued to their body, it's actually free-flowing, at least if it's long enough. The human characters, while they have their anime aesthetic designs, they at least look like actual people that could really exist. Remember when it first came out and people called it PS2 graphics? Yeah, because it was limited to the Nintendo Switch, which is effectively a GameCube, or that's rude. A Wii. It's basically a Wii that you can move around. And also Persona without the heart. Yeah, screw IGN. Also, I got curious. IGN actually rated this game, I think, either an 8 or a 9 out of 10. Why is this game an 8 or a 9 out of 10? I mean, it's not like Persona where you can date your teacher, solve social issues, and have all the girls in the class swooning over you, and you get to defeat creepy old men and whatnot. That's really cool. That's great. But in this game, you know what you get? You get a high difficulty where demons want to kill you. You get characters that start to hate each other because of their own alignment beliefs. You get demons interfering with the world of the humans. You get actual on-screen deaths of good people, and they never come back under any circumstances in any of the canon endings. And what's worse, the main character's not a Giga Chad. He's just a normal dude roped into some crazy situation. So I don't know why this game's an 8 or a 9 out of 10. It should be a 4 or a 5. It should be a 4 or a 5 because it has no heart, and the only heart that it has literally gets ripped out and stomped on by somebody because they were the wrong alignment. I'm joking. And by joking, I mean I love this game to death, and realistically speaking, it should still be a 5 out of 10 because it still has the canon of creation, and it has the canon of vengeance. And oh yeah, right, unlike Persona re-releases, this game gives you access to the new content at the very freaking start of the game, instead of near the end. All the new demons you have access to from the very start, and most of them are locked to the Vengeance canon, and you can pick the Vengeance canon at the very start without a new game plus. Like other re-releases? Yeah, no, you've gotta play half the game just to get to them. But if there's one thing that Atlus has taught us, never buy the original version of a game. You will be ripped off. Like when Persona 6, SMT6 come out, the only example I could think of where that's not true is Shin Megami Tensei 4. Because 4 Final, or Apocalypse, those games are... they're literally just neutral route expansion packs. And if you don't know the neutral route in SMT4, then you're going to lose a lot of context. Because it tells its own story, essentially. They said they were gonna stop with release crap, but I ain't trusting Atlus. Yeah, I'm not trusting them either. I'm waiting for Metaphor Refantasio King's Edition or something. Okay, but Persona didn't force me to look like a transgender. I don't get how it forces you to look like a TG. Like, looks pretty male to me. Got his mom's face, but looks pretty male to me. But here's the thing that SMT5 does that Persona doesn't. It doesn't sexualize its female characters. Like, at all. And I'm quite thankful for that. Oh, Blue Beano. Like, I know in Japanese lore, long hair is considered a sign of power, which is why Super Saiyan 3 looks the way it does, if you know Dragon Ball. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Because I know a lot of people thought, ooh, it's a female, or ooh, it's trans representation. Japanese people. It's a sign of power, you freaking dolts. Also, when I say sexualizes, yeah, SMT doesn't really do that with its main characters. At least after SMT 2, it doesn't. To my knowledge, I don't think it does anything like that with Hiroko or Beth. From my knowledge. I do know it does that a couple of times with a female MC, but that's about it. Persona 1, I don't think sexualizes any of its characters. Persona 2 has Lisa. And while they don't as far as I know, while they don't flat out strip her naked and throw her into a hot spring, they do that in 3, 4, and I'm not sure about 5. I haven't gone that far. So, to be honest, they did hire an ebony voice to portray the protagonist for the English dub. I don't hear it, so the voice actor did a good job voice acting. I got no problems with voice actors when they actually voice act. Oh boy, that rant was long overdue and unnecessary. I'm not gonna go with physical resist just yet. I think he's weak to elect and wind, if I'm correct. But no force magic. Not force. No, I should be able to survive the Yoni. If not, I got 3 extra points, so I should be fine. Keyword, should be fine. That doesn't mean I will be, but never know. Yoni's lost his mind. He's like, I just want to help you. Well, if you don't want my help, then I'm gonna force my help upon you. Also, can we talk about how this Moshiwo should be able to solo this Oni? Like, isn't she, like, level 38? And he's, like, what, 24? Okay, yeah, no, she should be able to solo him. He's weak for an Oni. And Mirage, that's what I was looking for. Okay, so he's not weak to that. No, Tarunda. She could just fly. I know, right? What a miss. Gotta love it. Look at how little damage I'm doing despite my freaking level advantage. Oh my lord. Baby's first thunder rain. Also, Abigail, I don't think she flies a lot. Holy hell! No, she only flies really for her unique skill, and only in a couple scenes. She doesn't use her wings that often. Heck, her idle animation, it doesn't even have her flying. I'm keeping that Magatsuhi because I've gotta fight what's-her-face next. Should have Tarunded him. Yeah, I'm not giving you a chance to crit hit me out of existence. I actually lost. I was so embarrassed. Oh, and he fled. Raptor Talisman. So I actually got to see the Raptor Talisman in action. I sealed Namba. One of the hardest demons in the game to inflict ailments on, and I sealed her. And I got 2 free turns of her and Glacia just not attacking. Oh, thank you. The Oni crying is the funniest thing ever. You know, I could... Yeah, no, let me go try to recruit one. Since I got a couple points I could spend. My issue is not dying to them, of course. So... Wait, can I buy smoke balls? Can I buy the balls of smoke? You cheapskate, sell me smoke balls. Yeah, that's a solid model. Gotta get one of these guys who attacked me. Or excuse me, one of these girls, according to the female banquet thing that happens in the second area. Let's have a chit chat. So, what are you doing here? I'm working. I'm out having fun. I'm looking for a place to die. I'm working. What kind of work? It's talking to grills. It's gathering demon allies. It's gathering allies. I see that a lot these days. Other people walking around staring at their smartphone. It's really annoying, so please go away. Well, that didn't work. Wait a minute. So, according to him, there's multiple people with summoning programs out here. Here I come, make sure you catch me. Please don't. You won't catch me? It's too sudden. Didn't you know life is full of unexpected like this? Surprise! You're gonna die. Give a couple more college tries and then I'll probably kill it and move on. Want to be my doll? Depends on what you want to do with me. Pretty easy. I'm gonna. Jesus Christ! A lucky miss is always a good miss. You must be Ash Ketchum. I've heard rumors about you. You seem like fun. When am I joining you? Now what do I do? Give me your magic. Give me money. Hold on. He just referenced Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go. No, when I was playing Pokemon Go, we weren't talking about people on their cell phones. We were talking about people walking into traffic and getting hit because they were looking at their cell phone. I can't believe that actually happened. Pokemon Go has caused a lot of problems, including discovering the bodies of dead people from cold cases. That's also not a joke. What other demons can I really get? Oh, I could get an Archangel. No, Nama can one-shot him. He resists dark? Okay. I'll probably go try and recruit one of those guys. No. Then once I'm done with that, grinding session. And then I will go and do Nama. Even if I go over the time limit. Yeah, this playthrough is going to be a long, slow one because I cannot risk getting obliterated. Oh yeah, right, so, with the Demon Expansion mod, I'm going to spoil this right now for all of you. They buffed the Kadishtu. What do I mean by that? I mean, I was running some tests for Vinyl Bomb, because Jaffinator released a video about it being able to crit, and when I was trying to lower, I think it was Abdiel's HP so I can get her to use Purgatorium, Lilith crit her attack, her Narukami, while Asheth was on the field. And I didn't have any demons from the expansion mod out, so I didn't have any demons from the expansion mod out at that time. Lilith got a crit, so I have to run through Asheth's thing. Yeah, she's got her and Agrat now have the Kadishtu can crit magic. But what's weird is that Asheth still has her crit ability, but Lilith and Agrat have the unique ability to grant Pierce if someone has an ailment. Meaning they buffed Nama's usage. Special cold case investigation solved by an avid Pokemon fan. The police are really competent these days. No, because I remember, like, the first time I heard about this, a girl was just playing Pokemon Go. She walked into a marshland and found a decayed corpse. She called the police immediately, and it reopened a cold case from, I think, 30 years ago. Well, 30 years ago at the time. You can find tales like that online about Pokemon Go. Look them up, they're pretty interesting. And I also heard that it was kind of common for people to find cold case dead corpses or suicide victims. Let's have a chat. Ta-dun! You've been hit with a surprise quiz! Yeah, I wish that was a Niki Matoma. It's this guy. Well, that was the easiest negotiation ever. Wow, you're pretty good. I think I'll go and join you. Oh, he's a haunt! Okay, this will be useful. I've never used a haunt before in this game. Oh, wait, Prada. I've never made proper use of a haunt in this game before. And he's got... Ooh, Secunda, that's pretty good. Bouncing Claw and Patra. 700 base power? 200% chance of sleep always hits? Oh god, I love the more detailed descriptions mod. You'd think somebody would notice the place stinking. Well, it was literally in the middle of nowhere. Like, it was the place serial killers take you to kill you. And she just stumbled upon it, looking for, I think, a Pokemon Center. Oh yeah, gotcha an item. That's not an item, that's 3, but I still appreciate it. Okay then, save the game, and now for the grinding session. But first, she only needs 1. Do I have either their essences? 12 and 14. No, I don't. Good. So nothing will be wasted. And I forgot to turn the grinding stuff on. So let's see. You do not have any magic, at least not yet, and you couldn't use it if you wanted to. So those 3, fire and dark and elect, fire, zone. Okay, I think I should be good. Let the grind session begin. If I almost die and the person calling for help is a Persona fan, just let me die! Damn, is it that serious? I mean, well, man, speaking of... Man, well, I'm a fan of Persona 2. And you say you wouldn't want my help if I found you on the floor? And I'm specifying Persona 2, because that's the only one where I've had a gameplay issue with and not a story issue. Enjoy the view while it lasts. Oh, cool, I could sell that. When you turn on the grinding DLC, another grinding monster spawn. The one perk, or miracle I'm gonna get, is the one that lets me... I did turn it on, right? Yeah, I did. What the hell? Real. Sell what? Oh, sell the revival bead. Because I can't use any of them. But I'm gonna use that right the hell now. Oh yeah, and also, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I'm gonna mention it now. So, the Balm multiplier, where I can make bombs have 10 times effectiveness. Yeah, that's back up and running. I didn't get an update for it, it just started working again. So, that means I can now finally, without grinding for goodness knows how long, I can now officially start testing some of the demon expansion mods. Oh yeah, I already answered that, the revival bead. I can now start testing the demon expansion mod demons at much higher levels, with much higher stats, without going bankrupt. It's amazing. Man, I cannot... Man, grinding, this is gonna be so easy when demons get... Oh, hey, debilitate! A debilitate is what I like to call a second chance. Huh? Okay. Oh, where'd this guy come from? I should not be doing that little damage to these guys. That's what that negative 30 does to you. Huh? Oh, I'm getting paid today. What is this, like a 2x multiplier? Yep, 2x to experience, 4x to money. So everyone just wanted to fight me right there. And yeah, I wish I could sell the pick of a Monozako, but I think Atlas would probably hit me with the same DMCA that Nintendo does to all of its fans. I wish Nintendo was a lot more lenient with fan game stuff, because how do you think Mario Maker came to creation? It was because of things like Super Mario Bros. X or Mario Builder or any of the Flash games that let you make Mario levels. those are those games proved that Mario Maker games are literally a market that Nintendo hasn't tapped into. And while I personally believe that Mario Maker 1 is absolute dog crap, Mario Maker 2 is genuinely good. Like, if you like Super Mario games and you want to make your own Mario levels, if something like Super Mario Bros. X doesn't sound intriguing to you, like you want something a little more official-ish, Mario Maker 2. Like, for me, when I first played Mario Maker 2, I actually was kind of surprised by it, because it had things that weren't even in Mario X games. And, like, say, for example, the variant of the Mecha Koopas, or the Angry Sun, with a moon variant, excuse that, it was really cool. Like, if Mario Maker was to test the waters to see if it really could be profitable, then Mario Maker 2 is the profits. Mario Maker 2 is what the profits went into. Why am I getting Kushas? Or Kushi, I think it is. Yeah, why am I getting Kushis? I need Auras. Nintendo suing PAL. Yeah, I heard about that. Like, originally I was like, yeah, I'm not surprised they DMCA'd the Pokemon mod for PAL World. But why are they suing? Never mind, I know why they're suing PAL World. That's just kind of dumb. I mean, that's petty as hell. And I also know ROM hacking, like unofficial translations and stuff, those are now under fire too. Because a lot of people think that everybody pirates all the games that are available on ROM sites, which, no, it's just a fairly large selection of people, because let's be real, no one's gonna pay $300 to get a copy of... What's a good game? What's a good Japanese game? Star Fox 2, that's it. Or the original unreleased beta version of Star Fox 2. And also, if I remember correctly, I think the full version of Star Fox 2 did actually get dumped onto the internet, so that's nice. And also, what's funny is PlayStation or Sony, they don't seem to be too hard against emulation. Because if you go to the PlayStation Store or the PlayStation Sony website, you can download the BIOS files for your PlayStation 3 to run it on PCSX3. And considering how much power you need to run that emulator in the first place, to my knowledge, most of the people running PCSX3 are just running their Blu-ray disc on their drive, or they're ripping the disc images off so they can run them. Did you hear about the lawsuit against SMT Imagine private servers? Yeah, because the idiots literally changed the domain, and Atlas finally found out, which, yeah, that's illegal. They're changing someone else's property. Which is crazy. Like, I hope that gets resolved, and I hope people can still play SMT Imagine, because that's now on my list of games I want to play. But I'm not sure if it'll be up for much longer, and I don't want to have a Need for Speed World incident where I get into the game and then it dies. And to my knowledge, all the Need for Speed World single-player things are just viruses now. You'll have to play Soapbox Online to get them, and I really just want to play with the single-player and have fun with the cars. Which I could, but nobody's been updating the single-player stuff, sadly. But yeah, that's a shame. And SMT Imagine does sound pretty cool, and MMO Shin Megami Tensei. I would say Atlas should bring back something like that, but then when I think about it for half a second, I think about Metaphor ReFantazio and all the things I don't like about that. I think about Reload and all the things I don't like about that. And then I think about all the things I don't like about modern monetization practices. And I'm thinking, yeah, no. Like, I don't want to grind 6,000 hours or pay 200 real dollars just to summon a Pixie. I know that's an exaggeration, but still. There's somehow a server for it, but I don't want to join the freaking Discord just to play the game. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I know the Pokemon Crystal mod that I got, that one you have to join the server for, because I think the YouTuber Pixie made a video on it, and then the author got attacked with this classic Nintendo cease and desist. Granted, Pixie, I think he had like at least 100,000 subs by that point, so I'm not surprised Nintendo found out about it. And I'm not blaming him for it either. He just really wanted to talk about the game and let people know about this. Which, yeah, I was playing it before he ever made the video on it, and I gotta agree, Crystal Clear is probably the best Pokemon experience you could have. Outside of maybe some of the fan games. Oh, wait a minute, that does count as a fan game, excuse me. Aribatama. Alright, I'm gonna have to buy some more glasses. Actually, how much space power does Shock even have? Oh, that's 200 base power. That's not too bad. And I could use that in the Nama fight. My issue is that Glacia hits like a dumpster truck, so letting him live is a bad idea. And Nama resists electricity. Though since Atlas is under Sega and they're pretty chill about fan... Yeah, like... You can ask You can ask all the Sonic.exe games why they still exist. Sega doesn't really care about them. And I'm happy about that. Did he just get Martarunda? Oh no, it's Mataru Kaja. You absolute legend. Ooh. Yeah, Atlas doesn't seem too butthurt about anything. Like, I know when it comes to mods, they haven't really... Ooh, Masuku Kaja. Okay, now we got some grease. We got some grease to cook with. Yeah, Atlas does seem pretty chill about their games. Like, SMT1 officially got its English patch or unofficially, got its English patch, and they haven't shot it down or anything. The Princess Crown hasn't been shot down either, and last time I checked on updates for that, the game is now fully translated. I'll need to run tests before I play it. Don't remind me about Sonic.exe. Well, yeah, sorry he was a thing. I'm apologizing for all the people who thought it was a good idea to make that a thing. Oh, whoops. Oh, one better than none. And I did not buy the glasses. Another fire weakness, I'll take it. Specifically just the author. Oh, tell me about the author. If it's the author that you got a problem with, I gotta know why you have a problem with him. Because I literally don't know. That was almost a full white, but proud. Alright. Alright, 12:15, so I should have more than enough time to at least get done with Nama. Boy, gotta stretch. Always good to stretch when you're sitting for a long time. I want to turn into a literal potato. Oh wait, yeah, there's one demon I haven't fought yet. I gotta go, what's her name? I gotta go fight the I almost said the plant. The dog girl. Doromarth, that's it, Doromarth. She's weak to force, has dark magic, so you're out of the party for now. Oh, you resist dark magic. Both of you resist dark magic. Okay. Let's give it a go. How many, okay, that's plenty. Appreciate it. Thank you, I always wanted something to sell. I should be good without healing. Wait a minute, I could just... I got an idea. This could work. I could just switch her out since Doromorph does not get the first turn. JC the Hyena, when someone thought Ixia got taken out of the creepypasta for being so terrible, he went on a schizo rant. Just look up the rant, it's too much to put here in a comment. Okay, I will. Oh yeah, right, I remember hearing from someone, or somewhere, that Sonic.exe was basically moved to the Troll Pasta wiki because, well, it wasn't actually scary and they thought it was too meme-worthy. And also, speaking of Troll Pasta Wiki, two things that I kind of dislike. One, that it got taken down, and two, that some ordinary gamers stopped doing troll pastas. Like, that was half the reason I watched his channel, for the troll pastas, so they were funny as hell with him and the guys. And don't ask about his current controversy, I heard what's going on. Some trolls triggered him, and bringing up his past with Nux Taku. And yeah, he kind of got butthurt by it. Despite the fact that this is the guy who literally calls a stand against scammers, being upset that people are trying to scam him. But yeah, okay, so the author lost his mind. I'll have to read his rant. And it's probably public knowledge at this point, so finding it on my own shouldn't be that difficult. Oh, cool, a smoke ball. Oh, cool, a dog waifu. Oh, wait, I gotta kill her. Yeah, he also did a video on SMT. Oh, I didn't know Sog did a SMT video. What do you have to say about it? Okay, I wasn't tripping when I thought she was weak to win. Switch her out before she gets murdered. Oh, so close. Okay. Probably the Doromorph has always gone for Muto on turn 1. You are not the Doromorph I know. Oh my lord. He is going to be very useful against Nama. Doromorph fled. Doromasa. Okay, let's go. Where is he? Can't believe this thing is considered chaos evil. That's kind of horrifying. Why'd I do that? I could just teleport back. Yeah, I guess I'll grind for a little bit longer than the Nama fight. Nama might be easy at this point, but you know what they say about SMT and easy? Those two words don't usually go together. Though her luck stat goes well. Actually, I could try to recruit... Wait, no, I'm out of space at the moment. But I could try to recruit one more demon. Now, considering how much investment I put into these guys, I can't really... Well, fusing them away would be kind of dumb. And I've already checked my options. They're a little too underwhelming for my taste. I could try to fuse one more demon. Or not fuse, recruit one more demon. then grind them up a little bit to grind them up to my level, and then I should be able to take Nama with minimal trouble. Or I could just say screw it and go right for her once I get Zen up to level. Alright then. Let's, Oh, there's quite a few quests I can do. One of them involves a Pazuzu, which I don't have any ice magic to deal with. The heck is that one? Oh, that's the Neko. I'm not triggering those dragons. Okay, I got an idea. Go give the Neko what he wants. Yeah, this run is going to be a lot slower than the other two, just because I'm playing the most careful game of SMT you could ever play at this point. Prior knowledge helps. Anybody who attempts to Nuzlocke Shin Megami Tensei blind... Like, I remember someone, which I got this idea from, he Nuzlocked SMT blind and got obliterated by Nua. Like, she just Zon mod him to death. I forgot if he was weak to force or not, but she took his whole party out one by one. I like Neko Shogun's voice in Japanese. It sounds more Shogun, less Neko. Doesn't sound like he's meowing every word. Okay, whoops. Alright, so I think I got my game plan. I'm gonna make myself some lunch after I'm done with this, so I can last another 4 or so hours. And then Demon Expansion. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna cover, but I do know I have to cover some more fights. Why'd I come back here? I could've just went forward. So, oh yeah, so a couple new things with the Demon Expansion mod. One of them I don't think I'll be able to show because it requires fusion accidents. Yellow Vishnu and Purple Shiva are back. But you can only get them via fusion accidents. They're not considered Vishnu Shiva alternates. Well, I guess... Okay, no, take that back. I guess they are, but you have to get a fusion accident to even summon them. Of course, it's Force. Why isn't it Force? It is interesting. I mean, I guess if the chat wants to see it when we go to that part, then I'll roll the gacha several times and see what I get. But other than that, I'm not gonna try for it. Considering how long, I think it took me like well over 100 summons to try and get Kinemon. Whereas it took me like one literal out of the nowhere accident to get Haravinaba. And it took me one, wait, I have the mermaid essence, don't I? Okay, I don't have the mermaid essence. Good. Then I'll help you. Also, I've seen some concept designs for SMT4. Some of them are pretty interesting. I'll probably make a post or a tweet about it. Like, for example, I almost said Muzan. What's his name? Krishna. His original artwork, for one, he was blonde instead of having brown hair. And for two, I cannot lie, he looks like Muzan from Demon Slayer. Like, legit, he looks like blonde Hindu Muzan. I don't know if that's a cursed image or one of the coolest things you've ever heard, but that's it looks real. You gotta look it up. And also, Danu's... Yeah, and he was pale skinned too. I forgot about that part. He had pale skin instead of dark skin. Well, that failed. I need him out of the party while I'm doing this. Then, Danu, for example, she looked like she was basically just a pregnant woman. A forever pregnant woman. I'm glad they went with the whole the whole oak wood style for her. A lot of the concept designs are better than the final ones. Satan, I'd argue, is not the case. Regular Satan's cool on his own. Primal Satan is a really awesome design. But the concept art that I saw for Satan, it doesn't look as good as the originals. Krishna looking like Muzan, I like the changes, but it kind of would have been funny, and people would have been making a lot of comparisons to him if that was the real case. Then Danu's kind of disappointing as hell. Why is she gonna be a pregnant woman where everyone else gets to be awesome creatures? I know Inanna looked different too. I forgot what she looked like. YHVH was supposed to look like his more elven-faced shape from SMT2 instead of the old man shape. But his demon design, the concept art for that, looks basically the same. Like they had it down once and they just thought it was good. Krishna nodded, but I like Inanna and Dagda. I actually haven't seen Dagda's. Yeah, I've seen Danu, but not Dagda. Oh wait, no, I think I remember Inanna a little bit. Like, she looked like a beautiful woman or something. But Dagda, I actually haven't seen his, despite the fact that I've seen Danu's. I'll be putting that on my list, and I'll probably have an answer as to what I think about it after the break. Ice, go figure. Oh, lucky shot. I also like the idea. I also kind of find it disappointing with Apocalypse that the main character still has to use a summoning computer to summon. Five. Okay, I gotta kill 5 of them. Shouldn't be too hard. Inanna final design is an abomination. I like the accurate design more. It is an abomination. Considering SMT4 was literally Eldritch Designs, the video game, I kind of understand why they went with that more horrific depiction of her. But, yeah. I guess the only other part I don't like about Inanna is that she straight up makes one of the characters lust after the MC. So hard that she just outright begs him. Also, rude of her to go after the Nanashi after Ayashi dies. Well, dies is the wrong word. Gets chewed and spat out is a better phrase. So yeah, I'll go look at Inanna's artwork again so I can give him more... Is that... Oh wow, there's 2 of them. I'll go look at Inanna's artwork again just to get a more definitive answer as to what I think. But I do gotta say, the concept of God becoming a demon because you beat him up so badly and he wants to kill you so bad that he literally regresses just to fight you. That's honestly pretty cool. I like that. I agree that Satan concept art. I like the final design, but I like how odd the concept. Yeah, it's like SMT2. You could clearly tell what you're looking at. The final design, you're got the same thing. You also know what you're looking at. But yeah, the concept art was just insane. It's like, when you look at Satan and you're just thinking to yourself, what the hell am I staring at? It's really trippy. They're nowhere near as good as the actual design that they went with, but concepts. Sometimes they're cool as hell, sometimes they're interesting, sometimes you're glad they changed it. How many ice do I have left? Okay, I got a couple. Alright, that's all of them. Based on the concept art, I feel like Dory would be better for Metaphor. Like, in terms of design. Like, Metaphor seems to have gone... Correct me if I'm wrong, but they said that the Persona team was the one that worked on Metaphor, despite them ripping the press turn system from Megami Tensei. But in my opinion, the almost like the demon designs, the human designs, like, they are, like, if the whole point of them is supposed to be trippy and make you question what the hell you're looking at, job's done. I was questioning what I was looking at every time I fought a human. But other than that, like, the design of that game, I just don't like it. So I've already said that Princess Crown I prefer over Metaphor, but I guess I could be a little more specific with that. God, maybe I should just make a video over why I don't like Metaphor at this point. I've already roasted Persona 3 Royal. Persona 3 Royal. Persona 4 Reload. Metaphor just doesn't feel right to me. Okay, cool. Heavy Blow. With higher power if crit. I mean, dude, all you have to do is ask. Yes, Persona 4 Reload. Not before Persona 2. Listen, Persona 2 Eternal Punishment, I'm still gonna play that, but that's like the worst selling game in the franchise. Worse than Persona 3 originally, and Persona 1. Which, Persona 1 sales are actually pretty good, last I checked. 2 was the best until 4. Innocent Sin was the best until 4 showed up. But I guess my main issue with Metaphor is kind of just the whole feel of the game. It doesn't feel right. Like, Princess Crown, for example. In that game, the main character is, I think she's 12 or 13 years old. She wants to be a giga badass like her mother. And before you even get control of her, she's crowned Queen of the Empire over her twin older sisters because her mom believed that would cause a sibling quarrel if she had to crown one of them or divide the kingdom. So instead, she just gave it to her youngest born. And she wants to be a badass like her mother. Her mother was an actual warrior who fought off arch-demons. Like, a demon came to her castle to kill her. All of her guards fell against her, and she killed it in one shot. Granted, she had help from her court wizard, but she took it down, all on her lonesome. The guards basically just bought her time. And Gradriel wants to be like that. She wants to be the badass that her mom does. A benevolent ruler, and the last person you ever want to get into a fight with. And that's cool. I kind of get by that. And how does she do that? Well, she's obviously not allowed she's obviously not allowed out of the castle because she's the queen. And if she were to wind up in a body bag, that would be horrible for the kingdom. Which, yeah, I died a couple times fighting some Marisa Kirasame ripoff. I say that because this girl is just like Marissa in that she is a complete a-hole, and I kind of like her. But Gradriel wants to do this. She tried fighting a dragon and got petrified with fear until an actual dragon slayer showed up and did half the work for her. I say half the work because the dragon ran away and then attacked the village. Gradriel then kills the dragon and effectively helps save the village. She helps deal with the problem of the witch turning kids into frogs, which the pixies, or the fairies I should say, are being blamed for it. Oh yeah, and the fairy that follows her around, I forgot her name. I'll have to actually play the game to look that up because there's not much information on Princess Crown. Outside of the fact that it bombed so hard that Atlas had to shut down the whole studio who worked on it. She's used. Wait, no, I remember. Aura. Her name is Aria. She is way more useful than Galaga. I'm sorry. No. Fuck it. I'm calling her Galaga now. She's way more useful than Galaga ever will be. Mostly in the field of, she actually helps you in combat, like, consistently. Like, whether it's a random encounter or a boss encounter, she'll help you in combat. And her attack, while weak, does knockback damage. And now you guys are wondering, well, what's good about knockback? What, do you get like an extra turn to fight? No! Because Princess Crown, its fighting system is that of an actual fighting game. Like you're playing Street Fighter or Guilty Gear, just a lot more rough around the edges and more stiff. And, you know, you can use items in combat. It's actually pretty cool. And there's like a ton of moves that the game doesn't even teach you about in the tutorial. It gives you the basics to survive, but it doesn't teach you about the cool stuff like being able to launch fully charged attacks or stamina breaking. And I really, really like the fighting system. I remember I was just going to grind so I could fight the dragon because I felt a bit under level. I was going to get 1 level and all I needed was 2 fights to do it, but I was having so much fun fighting that I grinded for like an extra 30 minutes just so I could fight more. Need an Atlas fantasy game with Kenko for real. Like, if Metaphor ReFantazio had a unique fighting system, like say something closer to Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I haven't played yet, or Princess Crown, then yeah, the fighting system would probably be pretty badass. People would probably be crying about, it's too hard. I wanted to play this because it was a fantasy RPG, not because it was a bootleg Street Fighter. And I guess in Atlas's mind, the last time they made a bootleg Street Fighter, the game didn't sell. Which I hate that Princess Crown didn't sell, because it's genuinely one of the most fun I've had with an Atlas property that is not Megaten. And it's also the second Sega Saturn game that I've played. The first one being the literal amazing game known as Sakura Taisen. And no, I played Sakura Taisen before hearing about the fact that it had an anime and a manga. And I'm still working on that video. I'm still trying to summarize the story, because this game is long. I'm just gonna put it like that. This game is huge. There's so many things I didn't experience in the game that a part of me simply just wants to go back to and experience. Wait, he has dark magic. I can't do that. Like, there's things I want to go back and experience in that game simply because I didn't see them before. But my issue with it is that I would have to go through the whole damn game again. And from what I've learned, that game, like, there's so many options, and some options affect other options. Like, there's an individual ending, to my knowledge, for every romanceable girl in the game. Which is insane. I really thought Metaphor was gonna pull a Bravely Default and make fairies the real villains. Honestly, I like things that make, like, things like fairies and stuff villains. Like, I know my ex-girlfriend, she is, like, really into mermaids. Like, I'm talking H2O was her favorite TV series, and, what was it? No, Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid was her favorite movie ever. Now, while I can agree, the Little Mermaid, the original one, of course, that's what I'm talking about here. Little Mermaid is a great movie. I'm not gonna mince words. It's just a really great movie. I wouldn't go up and call it my favorite, because honestly, I'd probably put Stuart Little 1 over that any day. Ooh, that was a good one. Oh, and I got the Mirage. Oh, hell yes. We are cooking, baby. We are cooking, baby. We cooked him. Like, it would be funny if the fairies disappeared because humanity was trying to kill them off because they were actually humanity. If everybody was trying to kill them off because they're the reason humans exist, or something crazy like that, that'd be pretty interesting, but they didn't go that way. Or maybe if, what was the guy's name? Luis Guilbon? Maybe if he had a point. Maybe the king was like super corrupt, and the prince was like he believed that his dad was doing all that was right, and all the racism in the world and whatnot, all the oppression, that was because of him. And Luis was actually the good guy, and you were either somebody who wanted the crown for yourself, or thought you could do better, or teaming up with him. My favorite Disney movie still is Toy Story. Don't tell anyone I cried during the ending of Toy Story 3. Got it. Also, Toy Story, I've only watched part of the original Toy Story, and I need to go back and watch it. Everyone keeps saying Toy Story is GOAT, and everyone else keeps saying Wall-E is GOAT. Well, here's what I have to say. Cars 1 was way better than everybody thinks. I know people don't like Cars as a whole, but Cars 1 was really good. I've never seen Cars 3, but Cars 2 was definitely a disappointment. Oh yeah, what else? Oh yeah, Incredibles 1, I saw that so I could watch Incredibles 2. Incredibly disappointing. Incredibles 1 literally gave me advice on how to write better stories by simply writing a really good story. And Incredibles 2 literally was all the tropes it made fun of. Syndrome is the best villain, by the way. In Toy Story 3, I have heard about the ending for Toy Story 3, nothing in specific detail, but I need to put the Toy Story trilogy on my list. It's a shame that they only made 3 of them, but, you know, Tim Allen couldn't be Buzz Lightyear forever. Also, Tim Allen being Buzz Lightyear, when I first found that out, I was tripping out, because I was, like, really into Home Improvement at the time. I'm not gonna get that in my... No, wait, I think I can... Oh my god! 2 of them were weak to elect, okay. I still think my toys come to life when I'm not home. I got gaslit by those movies. I mean, you never know. Like, imagine if you don't have siblings and you know your parents are out, and then you come back and your toys are in a different position. Like you never know. Maybe they do. Maybe when you don't play video games, that's when all the unseen stuff happens. Like maybe Wreck-It Ralph is canon in real life. Also, Wreck-It Ralph was an amazing thing. I watched it for the video games, and I left loving the plot. Shame they only made 1 Wreck-It Ralph, though. Wreck-It Ralph deserved another chance, but I mean, the story kind of had an ending. Can't really do much about that. The thing, okay, so here's my problem with this next quest. I have to beat Anahita in order to get the Femme Talisman. And they made another, though. No, we don't talk about Toy Story 4. Nor do we talk about Lightyear. I thought we were talking about decent Toy Story movies, not, well, the ones people don't like. Ralph breaks the internet. Oh, that one. We don't talk about that one either. Oh yeah, that's another series that I'm into. Fast and Furious. My dad got me into Fast and Furious with the second movie, which I can canonically say is my favorite Fast and Furious movie. And then I watched The Fast and the Furious, the first one, because it was for free. It was free on YouTube, and I thought I'd check it out. And oh my god, that movie was great. Vin Diesel actually losing. I can't believe it happened. Also, young-looking Vin Diesel was kind of cursed to me. Tokyo Drift was basically just Initial D, but with more edge and real actors. And I loved it. I can understand why people say Tokyo Drift is the best or their favorite Fast and the Furious movie. Because I've only ever seen 2 parts of Tokyo Drift before watching the whole movie. The first and the original. The first part of the movie, up to where Sean crashes Han's Sylvia. And then the final part where he fights DK. I never watched anything in between that. And kind of glad I did. The movie's pretty great. And we don't talk about Bruno. No, we don't. No, we don't. Fast and Furious 4, I've only seen, like, the ending part of that movie originally, and yeah, I could put that one on my list of pretty decent. And the series should have ended at Fast and Furious 5. 6 was insane, 7 had Jason Statham, Hobbs and Shaw was funny, but I didn't care for it plot-wise. Fate, I actually got to see for my 21st birthday, I believe, and maybe I should watch it. You could do what you want. Like, no, I'm not. That wasn't sarcasm or anything. Like, you could do what you want. If you want to watch it, go ahead. If you want to watch Bruno, you can go ahead. The only person that's gonna stop you is, well, you. Okay, that was too much power. But yeah. Fast and Furious 9 was action-packed to all hell. And also, I like John Cena as a human, but he didn't have the same stage presence as The Rock, even though I guess it's kind of the opposite. I like John Cena as a decent human and an okay actor, but The Rock is a great actor and a bad person. I wonder what they're gonna do for Fast 11 though, because I actually watched all of this with my parents. We're basically invested into the series. Like, we ran through 1 through 8, watched 9 at the theater. No, ran through 1 through 8, watched 9 and Shaw on, I think, HBO, and then we watched 10 in the theater. So, yeah, we're all in. We gotta see 11. We have no choice. Nah, I like Cena better. Rock is just the same person throughout all his movies, not gonna lie. Yeah, I'll give you that one. Like, once I heard about him doing Black Adam, I kind of got curious about who Black Adam was and read through the comics. Well, read through a few of the comics, and finding that Black Adam was this basically demigod who... Oh wait, I know where I'm going, whoops. Black Adam was this demigod who didn't matter who he killed, as long as it was to protect his people. Leave his people alone, and he'll leave you alone. If there's a threat that could possibly harm his people, he'll give you a hand. Harm his people, and he'll harm you. Which, yeah, that's pretty interesting. His morals are centered around his people. He is their savior. Wait, I thought I got all the... I think I'm missing one. Great. But The Rock turned him into an Avenger-level Superman who kills people. Like, we have Superman who kills. It's called Injustice Superman, or Ultraman from the Owlman comics. We have that already. It's not original, and those two did it better. And in fact, one straight up gave a reason as to why Superman is killing people and evil. No, I actually watched Black Adam. Yeah, when I saw the reviews for it, I was like, oh my god, what happened? Oh my god, he's dead. Okay, I'm almost at 1 o'clock. And we got Fallen. I like the way Andros sounds. I don't know, there's just something about the way the Distorter does his voice. It just sounds nice. Okay, is there anything left for me to do? Oh, right, level ups. One more essence to the batch. And I think that's probably... How much experience do I need to level up? Okay, I'll waste a single grimoire on myself. Oh, did I say grimoire? I meant gossipal. And I'll put that point in magic. I haven't invested too much in that yet. Wait a minute. No, if she would likely have Tentarafu if she did cast other elements. And I've got Masukukaja. No, I got Masukukaja, if I'm correct. And Mataru Kaja. And then I got Secunda from this guy. So the fight. And I got Mataru Kaja because he decided that he wanted to be super useful all of a sudden. So I think I should be set for the Nama fight. Okay then. Moment of truth. Was all. Do I like 007? Just the movies that I've watched and the games that I've played. I've never seen Tomorrow Never Dies, but I have the PlayStation 1 version of the game, which I like a lot. And I've never... the only other one that I saw was, Casino Royale. But to my knowledge, apparently Pierce Brosnan wanted to do Casino Royale, but they never called him. And then... What was the guy? Daniel Craig. Apparently Casino Royale was so good that if Daniel Craig was any other actor, it literally wouldn't matter. That's how well written the movie was. I also play the Agent Under Fire series. I also play 007 Agent Under Fire from time to time. Mostly because it's a pretty good shooter and I like fighting the bots. And I have some fun with friends every now and then. When I could get them together, at least. Also, in case if you have heard of Agent Under Fire, here's a trivia fact, whether you heard of it or not. It runs off the frickin' Quake engine. Yeah, just one of the best shooter games ever. It runs off of that game's engine. Which is why the shooting is so good. Okay, moment of truth. Did I grind? Okay, moment of truth. Am I ready? No going back. I'm either ready or I'm not ready. This is either gonna be the end of the run or another hurdle toppled. It's time to go to school. Ah, man, another day at school. Fighting demons and dots. Frickin' those Kadishtu, whatever that Nama girl called herself. Hey, dude, what the hell you do? Are you? What the hell?
Hora, nake, sakebe.
This game would probably be rated AO if we got to see all the violence. It would be in the same vein as Manhunt 2, probably. Oh god. I beat her once. I can beat her again. Let's do this. Huh? What is that? What's my... Oh no. Oh god, she's gonna kill me. Also, how fast was Ogami running? I gotta know that. This man was moving quick to beat Glacia. Cannot allow her to do as she pleases. Let's stop her, young man. Alright, let's get Actually, you know what? I got an idea. I'm not going to activate Omagatoki critical just yet. Why? Because this guy exists. 700 base power. What will it do? It put her to sleep? It put them to sleep? Are you kidding me? Oh, hell no. Now I can't even attack them. Manhunter Postal. I get one free turn. Alright, now let's get to business. Got a crit. I like it. She resists, so let's hope. Well, I got a hit. That counts for something. The faster Glacia dies, the faster I can sigh in relief. Because he's the one that's gonna kill me. Oh, and I guess Ivardis agrees with me. Is she gonna do it? Okay, so it just skipped her turn. And of course I get charmed! Oh god. This is not good. Okay, charmed another. Don't you know Patra? Yes, you do. Wait, he resists dark, so he's fine. Whatever, he knows dark anyway. Here she goes. Whew. Would you like to sign my petition? I'm gonna get her signature one way or another. Oh, come on, man! That's why I can't tell what's worse sometimes, Nama or Arachne. I know in SMT5, or SMT1, I went on a whole rant about how the Law hero was just sipping after, ooh! Arachne. Which also, funny enough about Arachne, in the game, her sprite, like, her butt seems way bigger in-game than it does in her official artwork. Like, in her artwork, it looks proportioned to her body, but in the game, it's huge. Also, another boss killed by a basic attack. Are you gonna decide this, or will it be your surviving family members? What surviving family members? Nama can never look threatening. She's just too geared to look beautiful that she can never look like a threat. She is designed to be pleasant to look at, and the developers did a good job of mixing that in with some, yeah, this is totally someone who's gonna kill you vibes, with half her body being what I assume to be chitin. Because it ain't flesh, it certainly ain't bone. Well, also, that Oni had a spear in his head, and that Tsuchigumo looks like an actual dead spider. Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, and in Postal, you could piss up. Yeah, you can. Postal is insane. Honestly, the humor with that game sits with me about as well as, well, gross out and gore humor mixed together. It's not my kind of game, to put it lightly. I don't hate it, and I understand why people like it, because it's fun and dumb, but I literally couldn't stomach it. That pause, she straight up thought Nama would have murdered me. You damn woman. Now I wonder why it got banned. Because of its violence. Oh, speaking of banned games, RimWorld. I don't know, I forgot if they reversed it or not, but I know in Australia, RimWorld got banned for being a war crime simulator. And to be fair to the Australian government, it's a war crime simulator. There's no other game I can think of that has it to where you can literally remove organs from people, torture them, enslave them, burn them while they're still alive. Ooh. RimWorld is a thing. What? A missed call? Oh crap. Okay, I gotta do that. World of Shadows, here we go. Okay, so I'm actually kind of winded and getting really hungry. So I'm gonna bookmark it right here, so I could summon 2 more monsters or recruit 2 more monsters. I've made it past Nama, and my next goal is to get through the school. So I'm going to bookmark the game right here, and I'm going to take a break, get my lunch prepared, and switch out my mods so I can run the Demon expansion pack. That's still going to be happening at 3. So, thank you all for joining me on this grind-tastic session of Try Not to Get Killed SMT5 edition. Canada Vengeance, of course. And I will see you guys at about 3. Hope to see you all there. Have a nice sit down, get yourself some drinks, get yourself some food. It's going to be a fun one. Have a nice break. The visor out.